Hi friends, it's Jessi here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. It is that time again. We are live, or maybe you're watching the replay. If you are, thanks so much for watching the replay. How are you guys doing tonight? We have officially chosen a title for our little live chats. I put all of the recommendations that I got and all of my ideas out there, and my husband and my kids decided that Jabber with Jessi sounded best. So that's what we're going with. We're going to have our Monday evening chats, and I made a cute little title card, which was fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me today. We are set up a little bit differently today. I'm still trying to find the best setup and situation for the streams. I don't have an office or a permanent setup anywhere, which would be like the perfect ideal situation. So I just have to kind of wing it every week depending on the lighting and everything. So hopefully you guys don't mind. I have a giant softbox light right here off to the side. So hopefully you guys can see me well enough. I know I'm kind of shadowy, but you know, we're just going to make the best of it. Oh, you guys are all so sweet. Thank you. Yes, I chopped off about 8 to 10 inches. I'm not sure exactly because my hair is naturally curly, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly how long. I posted before and after pictures on Instagram. It's a pretty big transformation. I was able to donate my hair, which was super awesome. And it went to Children with Hair Loss, which is an awesome organization. So I'm pretty excited about it, and it feels so good to have all of that extra length off. It had been well over a year since I cut my hair. I think, let's see, I think it was like November of 2018 that I had it cut. 2019? I don't even know. It was a long time. Well before everything shut down for the pandemic. So it was so nice to get in and get it all chopped off, and it feels so much healthier. I can't tell you guys how many times I almost just took scissors to it myself because it was driving me crazy having it. So I definitely am much happier now, a lot lighter. So how was everyone's week? Did you guys have a good week since the last time we chatted? I know that last week when I set up my live stream, I had to kind of cut it short because I needed to have dinner. Still did not manage to fit dinner in before the live stream, but I'm not cutting it short this week. We're going to go for the full hour. I got myself a little protein shake to keep me going between now and dinner time. And all of my family ate and kind of dispersed off to do their own thing. So we should not get interrupted. Should be no reason we can't go until 8. So I'm excited about that. You donated 15 inches and another 12 inches. That's awesome. It feels so good, doesn't it, to be able to get your hair cut and have a fresh look, but then also do something nice for someone else. I think it's a win-win. Thank you so much, Tasha. It just it worked out really, really well. They asked me if I wanted to donate it. I didn't think. Honestly, when I went in there, I was kind of, I think, in denial about how much I was going to get cut off. I thought maybe I was just going to take like 4 inches off and keep the length. But then as soon as I sat down in the chair, I was like, nope, let's just get it all done. Lord only knows how long it's going to be before I get back in for another cut. I'm really, really bad about maintaining things and going in like as often as I should. It'll probably be 2 more years before I'm back in the chair. So might as well chop it off. I did keep it a little bit longer. Typically when I go short, I go like real short, but I like it. There's a couple of longer layers in there as well, so that when I wear it curly, it's not like a crazy hot mess. So I'm happy with it. Yeah, Children with Hair Loss is a much, much better organization as far as I know than Locks of Love, which I think is the one that everybody thinks of first when they're thinking about hair donation. But now I don't want to spout information that's not true. So I could be wrong about this, but I think they charge for their wigs that they make from the donated hair with Locks of Love. And I believe that the children with hair loss gives them away for free. I could be wrong about that. So if I'm wrong, feel free to correct me. But I've always heard that the children with hair loss is just a better organization overall. Hi. So good to see you all here tonight. Thank you for joining me. I did not, Kat. I did not have dinner yet. It's sitting on the stove waiting for me. My oldest son actually cooked dinner, and I just did not have time. I either had to eat and show up here late or get everything set up and eat later, and that's what I decided to do. Don't worry, I'm not going to starve to death. Oh, you're at lacrosse practice, Victoria. That's awesome. Great of you to join us while you wait for that. Yes, hair absolutely everywhere. That was like the thing that was driving me the craziest. Very, very, very rarely do I let my hair get as long as it was because of that. Plus, my hair is pretty thin, so the longer it gets, the thinner it is on the ends, and then it sort of looks a little like witchy, I guess, is the way that I would describe it. Makes me feel a little bit older. I feel like having less length makes me look a little bit younger. Definitely rounds out my face a little bit. So, I maybe don't look as slim, but I'm not slim. So who am I trying to kid, right? They do charge. Okay, that's what I thought. Based on your income. That's exactly why I will always go with children with hair loss. We understand if you're late to eat. Oh, you're so sweet. Like I said, I'm not starving. What are your goals or plans for May? Kat, that's a really great question. If you guys saw the title of the chat, I said I wanted to talk a little bit about budget burnout because, y'all, I'm feeling it lately. I'm going to be sitting down this week and filming my debt snowball update where I figure out how much I have paid towards debt this month. And I'm pretty excited about it because I know that seeing those numbers is going to be really, really good for me. Right now, I feel like we are just moving at a snail's pace. And I know that that's not true. I know that we've made huge progress, but it feels like we've just been dumping so much money into paying off our debt, which is great, but I'm almost shorting myself. I've noticed in the past couple of weeks that I haven't been adding quite as much to our sinking funds. I've been putting off some purchases that I've wanted to make and kind of setting myself up for the future with other things because I've been so gung-ho about paying the extra to debt. We have just 3 cards left. We have the Lowe's card we're currently working on. We have another Lowe's card that's got around $2,000 on it. And then we have around $4,500. And that's it. So it feels really good to be that close to being done. But at the same time, like I said, I'm letting some other things go. And the other day I had something that I needed to buy that I just totally forgot to budget for and ended up having to swipe a credit card for it because I'm just stretching myself too thin. I've really depleted my buffer in my account as well, and I'm just feeling burnt out. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that. What do you do when you kind of start to feel burnt out and you want to quit? Obviously, I'm not going to quit, but I'm thinking about the possibility of pausing my debt snowball for a couple of weeks, allowing my sinking funds to sort of build up a little bit more, have more money to dedicate to things outside of the debt payoff. We are still on track to pay off all of our credit cards by the end of this year, even if we take a little bit of a pause. So that's what I'm thinking about doing, just to give myself a break, because I'm feeling so overwhelmed and so just, I don't know, stretched too thin, like I said. So even though it feels like we're moving super slow and it might seem a little bit counterintuitive to kind of pause, hit the brakes a little bit on the debt snowball, I feel like that'll free up more money to do other things with. And then when I start back up with the debt snowball, my excitement will be reignited, hopefully, and then we'll just like keep on trucking right through it. That's what I'm thinking. Let me know. Let me know what you guys are thinking on that. But to answer your question, Kat, in terms of the goals, I haven't decided yet because I'm on the fence about the budget situation right now. Catching up on your spending trackers and prepping Friday budget. Awesome, Victoria. Yeah, I feel like when you have thin hair, you almost have to keep it shorter. I definitely think that that's true. Hi, Chrissy. It's so good to see you, sweetie. Everyone's saying hi to Chrissy. Oh, you're getting more grays. I have been noticing more and more grays lately, especially when I wear my hair straight. Now, it's not ridiculous. There's not a ton of them. But I've definitely noticed, especially with my dark hair, when the grays come out, they're really, really noticeable. So I'm just trying to embrace that and not be too upset about it. That's part of the aging process, right? Hi, Erin. It's so good to see you. You started going gray at 18. Amy, that was when I first noticed my first gray hair as well. And I don't have a lot of them, but, they're definitely there. My mom was very, very thin and very, very gray, relatively young. So I expect that's probably going to be my situation as well. This is a really good point. Erin says that with burnout, it usually means you're putting too much focus into one area at the expense of other areas. And that is 100% how I feel. Like, it is great that I have put so much towards the extra debt payments because we're saving so much in interest that way. But I think that taking a pause and kind of spreading it around a little bit and, maybe giving myself a little bit of wiggle room again, instead of just like peppering every single extra penny to that debt, might be better. Like, not forever, but just for a couple of weeks, maybe a month. I don't want to get complacent and get to the point where I'm like, oh, forget it. So it's going to be like a fine line of figuring out, what to do. And obviously, I still want to be motivating for you guys. I feel like if I go on my channel and I film a video talking about how I'm going to pause paying off debt, people are going to be like all up in arms about it. So I don't know. I'm just hesitant. Oh, I don't know. I keep going back and forth. My husband says, do whatever you think is best. So he's no help at all. Yeah, the burnout and the buffer, for sure. You still have a few $100s in your buffer, Victoria, so that's great. I'm down under $100 in my buffer right now because we did so much eating out that was not in the budget, and because we've just been putting so much extra towards debt. Like, I paid extra towards debt last week to bring my balance on my Lowe's card to an even number because the extra change and a few dollars was driving me crazy, but I didn't write it down. I just kind of paid it and said, oh, it's only a couple of dollars. And then I was finding myself doing that again the other day. Oh, it's just a $20 bill, no big deal. And that's not good. That's a really, really easy way to get myself in a lot of trouble. I did not have delivery with Lowe's. We always pick up our appliances and install them ourselves. We just prefer to do it that way. That way we know that everything is going to arrive on time and all of that. So I cannot tell you about the delivery experience. I've never had that. Sorry. I hope that it works out for you. Yeah, it's tough. I'm thinking about consolidating my sinking funds again too. Like, I just feel like I need to change something or mix something up because it's just feeling repetitive. I've also noticed that my videos are getting fewer views, and I'm sure that that has to do with the fact that every single week I post the same videos and there's no kind of anything interesting or exciting happening. So I don't know. I need to do something to shake things up. Yeah, I haven't been feeling a lot of outside pressure to get the debt paid off in terms of that, but it's more like pressure within myself. Like, I'm afraid that if I don't get it paid off as quickly as possible, then something's going to happen and it's going to derail me. But I feel like I almost went too intense with it, and now I'm feeling like I'm going to get derailed because of the opposite. Like, I'm just paying it off and trying to go too hard with it. Like, without raising my income somehow, I need to pull back a little bit so that we're not like pulling our bank account down to pennies. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm not sure why that would be the case with your delivery. That's really weird. Yeah, sometimes we just have to take a break, and that's what I'm leaning towards. I don't know. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel guilty about it for one. And I feel like, I don't know. I don't know how to put it into words. It just feels like something's off and something's got to change. Thank you, Chrissy. I just, I don't know. I feel like that's a good lesson for a lot of people to realize when you're taking on too much or when you're trying to stretch yourself too thin. Like, I think that recognizing the fact that I've been going too hard is a good thing. That's what I'm telling myself anyway. Thank you so much for hanging out today. So good to see you. Hi, Marlene. You know, that name does sound familiar. I'm not sure if I've watched any videos recently by that channel, but I think I have seen a few. I will definitely look her up and see if that's something that I can maybe emulate. Oh, my cleaning and organizing and planning videos. You know, I had a really, really strong passion for sharing those things when I was sharing them. And I've tried really hard to kind of get back to sharing some of those things. And for one, it doesn't seem like there's nearly as much interest from my audience for those types of videos as there are for my budget videos. And That's just like 100% where my focus is right now. But I do want to get back to some other types of videos, some more day in the life type things. I definitely want to try to find a balance. I definitely suffer from this thing where I put all my eggs in one basket. And that's probably why I'm feeling so overwhelmed with the budgeting, because that's just all I've been thinking about and all I've been focusing on. So definitely want to see some other videos coming to my channel soon. I just have to kind of figure out where they fit at this point in my channel's journey, I guess. Yeah. Yep. It's definitely tough. Yeah. There's a few things that we're wanting to purchase for our household. And I really, really want a new tablet, or not a new tablet, because I don't have a tablet at all right now, but I've been eyeing the Samsung Galaxy Tab, the S7. They're so expensive, but I really, really want one. And it's just not in the budget right now with the way that we are putting all our extra money towards debt. And so I don't know that I'm going to buy it necessarily like right away. That's not really the motivation for pausing my debt snowball, but it's tempting. And the last thing I want to do is deprive myself of everything and continue to pay everything towards debt and then just get fed up one day and put it on a credit card. So trying to prevent that, because that's definitely something I've done in the past when I have not given us enough wiggle room in our budget. I've just gone off the rails and done a bunch of shopping and put ourselves backwards. So maybe by slowing down, I can prevent backtracking. Bye. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Victoria, I've definitely done this too. Spent it on the credit card because I knew that I had that little bit of money in the buffer that would cover it. And that's just not a great practice, right? That's something that we definitely want to avoid. So maybe that is a sign for you that you need to change things up a little bit, maybe pull back in some areas so that you can have more wiggle room in your budget. So you don't have to do it that way, because I'm definitely guilty of that as well. My actual planning system outside of my budgeting section of my planner has really kind of fallen to the wayside. I've been using, what is it called? Like task list or to-do list from Microsoft. And just like doing a little to-do list digitally every day. And that's been pretty much it. We haven't had a whole lot in terms of scheduling outside of like my son's track meets and stuff. So I haven't really been doing a lot of planning, which is the reason for no planning videos. And in terms of organizing, you guys, my house is a disaster. I have just been so unmotivated and just lazy about everything, doing the bare minimum just to kind of get by. I don't know what that's about. I've never been one of these people that's naturally tidy or really on top of everything in terms of housework. Like, technically that's my job as a housewife and a stay-at-home mom. And I'm just not that great at it. Cleaning systems and organization systems, they've just never been my forte. We're not living in squalor or filth or anything, but we're definitely living with clutter. Um, that's always been the case. If you go back and watch some of my cleaning and organizing videos from years back, you will see that my house always started out a complete disaster, hot mess in those videos. And that's because that's just the type of people we are. We are all messy, and it's a lot to stay on top of, especially while trying to run my YouTube channel and deal with the 500,000 other things. Like the housework always seems to be the thing that I leave last because it's the thing that I hate the most, I guess. It's like the least fun task on my to-do list every day. So, I could for sure film cleaning videos and organizing videos, but I'm definitely not the one to look to for like advice in that area because I'm barely hanging on when it comes to that sort of thing. Do my kids have any interest in budgeting? Well, my oldest son is working full time for the first time ever, and all he wants to do is spend money right now. He is at that age. He's lucky to be in a position where he doesn't really have a whole lot of responsibilities. He has to pay his car insurance and he has a few other little bills here and there, but for the most part, he's still living at home. He has a lot of free money to do kind of whatever he wants with. We have been talking a lot about a budget. We sat down and wrote out a budget for him together. But when it comes to like saving and being super responsible, he's just not there yet. He wants to go out and spend money and have fun. And it's his first kind of taste of real freedom. So he's not there, but I'm hoping that he'll get there soon. I definitely understand kind of his stage in life right now. My youngest son is 13. He saves every dime he gets. He never ever spends money, it seems like. If he's got Christmas money or allowance money, he just stores it up and stores it up and stores it up and never spends it. So I've kind of got both ends of the spectrum with my kiddos. I've got a spender and I've got a saver. Oh, Erin, thank you. It's probably been pretty tough on my channel because it's been all budgeting for a while now. I definitely try to throw in some other stuff when I can. And like I said, I definitely want to get back to some of that. It's just been all budgeting all the time lately. It's where I feel like my focus is. And like I said, I'm not great at juggling and keeping things kind of all situated. I go all or nothing with a lot of things in my life. And that's definitely something I need to work on. Sorry, guys, I'm behind on comments here. Yeah, it's definitely easy to justify spending, for sure. Yeah, Chrissy, I still need to go back and listen to the bits of the live that I missed. I popped in there, I think somewhere towards the end for a little while, but I missed the whole first half and then I missed the end too. So I need to go back and catch up on all of that. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. I don't even know what to say about that. That is such a thoughtful thing for you. I mean, if you're not using it. Oh, I don't know. That's a big gift to give someone, especially someone you don't really know. I so appreciate the thought and the gesture. That's so sweet. That's what I need to do. I need to take it one room at a time and just really empty it out and declutter and get rid of things. Um, I know that having less is the answer to my clutter problems for sure. Um, it's just hard. It's hard to go through and let go of things. For one, the process of actually doing it is tough. And then I don't really have emotional attachments to things, but I definitely have that whole what if we need it syndrome. Like the last thing I want to do is get rid of something and then need it. So I just hold on to things. I guess that's not the best way to think about things. I love your 3 goals a day that you've been posting on Instagram. I really want to adopt that for myself. Sit down, come up with 3 like main goals that I want to tackle and let that be enough, because I'm famous for writing a to-do list as long as my arm and then feeling guilty at the end of the day when I don't get it all done. Oh, you are so, so, so sweet. Yeah, small space. We don't have closets either, really, to speak of. It's tough. It's really tough. And I hope one day to be in a bigger space. And at that point, we can have more stuff. But for now, I seriously need to pare down and get rid of things. Amy, that's how I feel about my house, too. You guys, do you watch cleaning videos on YouTube where they're titled things like big mess, huge disaster, and then you click on it and it's like a clean house and you're like, what the hell? That's not what a disaster looks like. Like, come to my house, you'll see a disaster. I hate that. Such clickbait. Yeah, me too. I could definitely benefit from someone coming to my house and just helping me purge everything. Sorry, you guys, I'm so far behind on comments because I talk too much. No caffeine for 4 days. You are a rock star. That is incredible. That sounds like something my kid would do. Oh my gosh, you've been watching a really, really long time. Thank you for sticking with me. That really makes me feel incredible. I hear that. I spent my day doing laundry, catching up because I've been behind for like 2 weeks. So I did like 6 loads of laundry today. And if I had way less clothing, I wouldn't have to do that much laundry, even if I get behind. And nothing makes that more obvious than folding 6 loads of laundry in one go. That's incredible to be able to let go of all of those things you weren't using. I bet you that felt like such a huge weight off of you. Oh, that's tough. When you both are attached to things and don't want to let things go, that makes it tough. My husband is probably more sentimental than I am, and he likes to hold on to things, but his domain is like our shed. So he has all of his tools and equipment and 8,000 screws and nails and bolts because someday he might need them. And our shed is a hot mess, but that's where he keeps like all of his stuff, and I don't have to go out there, so I'm fine with that. When it comes to the house and letting go of things in the house, I think he would be really fine with me just calling the shots there and getting rid of whatever. So I just need to do it. And like I said, it's not that I'm attached to things really. It's just like the thought of having to go through everything is just exhausting. And then there's especially with being on a budget, like I don't want to get rid of anything if I might need it again, because then I'll have to spend money to buy it. Ugh, I feel like we're going in circles. It's the same thing every time. Yeah, send me a picture and we can talk about it and see if we can come up with something. My email address should be in the description box. Thank you, though, for thinking of me. That's so sweet. Yes, as soon as you get rid of something, then you need it. That happens to me constantly. Oh, Chrissy. Being overwhelmed is the hardest thing. Oh, I hate to hear you say that you feel like you lost yourself. I hope you're okay. The part guests don't see is embarrassing, but you have the main parts under control. So you're doing better than me, because if somebody showed up unexpectedly right now, I feel like I would for sure hide and pretend like I did not hear them knock on the door, because that's how bad it is right now in my house. It's okay. That's okay. Go ahead. Okay. Sorry, you guys, my son just got home. Oh, I wish you could come and help me just purge everything. I would be embarrassed, though. I don't, honestly, I said that. I wish you could come help, and then immediately thought, oh no, I don't think I would want anybody to see this mess. Yeah. Like I said, I used to film cleaning videos, and I would for sure show the good, the bad, and the ugly. And there's been a lot of ugly over the years with my cleaning videos. I just can't seem to get it all together. I wish that I was one of these people that had like an immaculate home, because I love a clean home. I just hate having to be the one to do it. You love cleaning and organizing. See, I wish I could be that person. I really, really do. Yeah, those are the worst. The ones where they say, oh, my house is such a mess. And then they turn the camera and there's like 2 things out of place. And they're wiping clean counters and they're dusting dust-free surfaces. Like, what is that? Me too. I was telling my husband a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about moving someday and having a bigger house, and I was saying to him that I think that having more space would be really helpful in terms of our clutter situation, but having more space also means more space to have to clean. And I said, We're going to have to hire someone to come in and do a deep clean like once a month just to stay on top of it. Because if I can't keep this little tiny place that we have now clean, I'm going to fail miserably when we have more square footage. Oh no. There is nothing worse than trying to sleep without air conditioning. Oh, that's so awful. I'm so sorry that that happened to you. Thank goodness you were able to get that fixed. You turned your coat closet into an extra pantry. Okay, that's an interesting idea. Going to miss your double closet. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like that's like a setup. When someone with a clean house says, don't mind the mess, I almost feel like those are the people that just spent an hour cleaning their house before you showed up. And then they say, don't mind the mess, as if it always looks like that and that's messy. It's just not, those are not my people. If I show up at your house unexpected and it sort of looks like a bomb went off in your house, you've got, kids' toys or a stack of laundry on your couch or whatever, that's how I know you're my people. I mean, like I said, I'm all for a nice, clean, cozy little home. I just wish I didn't have to be the one to do it. Zoom cleaning. That is something that I never thought of. Wow. That might be something to try. I still have not even attempted to set up Zoom because I've not had a reason to use it, but that might be a good reason. We could get on and chat together and clean at the same time. That's something. You might be onto something there, Michelle. Your husband is the most organized. Yeah, my husband is not organized. He's just like me. We are all in this family kind of those people that are sort of annoying and people tend to hate. Like, we take something out and just set it down instead of immediately putting it away. All of us are like that. So it's like that times 4. And when you live in a small house and you have messy people, you know what you get. Oh, Tasha, you're so sweet. I really wish that I had that. Have you always loved organizing and cleaning, or did you develop that? And if you developed that love for that, let me know. How did you do it? Is there a trick? Thank you, Marlene. I am loving it. It is so much easier to take care of. It feels so much healthier, and I feel like it makes me look younger, which is always a good thing. Oh, thank you, Erin. You're so sweet. Oh my gosh, I am so behind on comments. I keep thinking I'm almost caught up, and then I scroll up and see all the ones I missed. Oh, that's good that he doesn't nag you. My husband's a saint. He will work all day, and he works hard, you guys. He will work all day, come home, not say a word about the complete and utter disaster of the house, see that I'm busy with something, and he'll go in and cook dinner, or he'll go in and load the dishwasher. He is just that guy. Like, I found the perfect man. He 100% helps out around here. He is always going above and beyond for me. I don't know what I did to deserve him, but I'm keeping him. You guys can't have him. What was that? That was a weird laugh. Sorry. Oh, yeah, he's one of those, huh? I love that. Would I ever consider doing a live declutter with me? Sure, if that was something you guys would be interested in, I could definitely um, try to figure out the logistics and set something like that up at some point. I have so many books that I have not touched in years, and that is tough for me because I love to read. So every time I try to declutter them, I end up holding on to them because I might read them again someday. So we could for sure do like a book declutter live. That would be easy enough to set up. Or I could go through my clothes, which I have so many of those clothes that I'm not wearing. Yeah, let me know if that's something you guys are interested in, because I for sure could use the motivation. Oh, wow, you were cutthroat with that, huh? I I have a hard time with memorabilia and stuff like that too, like keeping mementos and pictures and stuff from generations past. Like, how long do you keep that stuff? At some point, there's going to be a generation of people who don't even remember you or have any connection to you that have your crap laying around. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, I'm not super sentimental. So, um, I don't know. I just don't know how long you hang on to that. Like, I have a whole huge box of pictures that my mom had in her possession that I acquired when she passed away. I don't even know half the people in the pictures, but I feel guilty and can't get rid of them because they were my mom's. Like, my kids at some point then are going to inherit this box of pictures, and they're not going to know who anybody in the pictures even are. So maybe they will get rid of them. I don't know. Tech stuff. My husband has crates and boxes full of old computer parts from when he used to build computers back in like the early 2000s. Like, why are you hanging on to these parts that nobody's ever going to use? Because everything has been upgraded so much since then, but he can't get rid of them. Luckily, that's out in his domain in the shed. Oh, you're a neat freak minimalist. See, I would love to go with the minimalist like lifestyle, but I just like stuff too much. Oh, your OCD. Yeah, that's hard. That has got to be so hard. All right, I'm going to skip ahead a little tiny bit. Otherwise, I'm never going to catch up. Oh, Chrissy, you have so much going on, though. You got to give yourself some grace. There's only so many hours in the day, sweetie. And see, I just said that to you. I would not ever give myself that same pep talk. Like, I don't give myself the benefit of the doubt ever. I don't ever say to myself, oh, give yourself some grace. You've got a lot going on right now. It's so much easier to do that with other people than it is with yourself. At least it is for me. You know, that's true. I think that's true for me too, because I will for sure, if I'm over at a friend's house, I'm the first one to offer to help clean up or put things away. But if it's my house, forget about it. It's so much better dealing with other people's stuff than your own. Oh, that's really tough. I hope you're able to find some place that's perfect for you. Your son's backpack is currently sitting on the couch. You guys want to see what's on the couch next to me? Pillows and laundry that I did not bother to put away before we started this live stream. I took the pile of laundry that was sitting here and I just scooched it over and set myself up here. I also have a whole basket of clothes right on the other side of my computer waiting to be folded. Plus there's a load in my washer and in my dryer. I want to punch them when they say don't mind the mess. Yeah, for sure. I need to do that. I can't even tell you the last time I moved my furniture to vacuum. I have a robot vacuum that I really, really loved when I first got it. And it's been sitting here unplugged for the past couple of weeks because my house isn't tidy enough to run the robot vacuum. There's stuff everywhere. So there you go. There's my confession for the day. You're down with the Zoom cleaning. We should all try to do that. I don't have any clue how we would set that up or the logistics of it, but if any of you are like Zoom professionals and you want to set it up, post about it in the group. I'm down for it. Oh, good. You guys must be texting back and forth. I still don't have anybody's phone numbers. Why do I not have anybody's phone numbers? We need to change that so that I can stay in better touch with my YouTube friends. I'm really, really bad lately about keeping caught up with YouTube videos and keeping in touch with people. I need to be better. Oh my gosh, so many of you joined. Hi, Amanda. Oh, I'm so far behind on comments. Oh, I see. Talk about Fly Lady. I did Fly Lady for a while and zone cleaning. I was never able to stay on top of it. I really, really was into it for a while. And just like with everything else I've ever tried, I just sort of fell out of practice with it. And once I kind of got off of the routine, it was too hard to catch up. So I gave up. A lot of you have done Fly Lady. How are you able to get into the habit of doing that? Now, I actually don't mind folding laundry. A lot of my issues with chores and deep cleaning and stuff is that I have a bad back. So it's just painful to do a lot of that sort of thing. Folding laundry is easy enough because I can sit while I do it. So a lot of times I will kind of pass off some of the other chores to my kids who are much younger and in much better health than I am. And I will always, always take the laundry as my responsibility because that's something I can easily do without too much pain. But I'm not great about getting it folded immediately. I had a really, really strong laundry routine for a while. And like I said, it just went away with everything else. I could never seem to stick to anything. Excuse me. Does my hubby have a single brother or cousin? He does not. All of his siblings are spoken for, and he's the best of them all anyway. So, yeah, it sounds like we found ourselves some good old boys, Erin. That's awesome. And Chrissy too. See, we got ourselves some good ones, guys. Yeah, I'm all for useful things getting passed down, but it's the sentimental things that I'm just iffy about. Get rid of the pictures. Yeah, I almost feel like I should reach out to some of my extended family and see if they want the pictures. Like, my mom has one living sibling left, my aunt. She would probably really appreciate those pictures. So maybe I should do that. I'm not just going to throw them away, but maybe I can reach out to some family and see if they want to go through them and find some things that are valuable for them because they're just collecting dust in my house. Oh, that's a good idea too, just to keep them digitally. With as much as I use digital things, you would think that that would have been like a no-brainer for me. Now, Amanda, that seems like a really good idea to put the clothes on your bed. I've tried that. I will just take the whole pile and throw it on the floor if I'm that tired. I am just like the worst when it comes to procrastination, laziness. Um, yeah, I'm the worst. Oh, so you're not too far away at all, Cheryl. Howdy, neighbor. Okay, so I skipped quite a few comments, but I think I'm finally caught up mostly. If I skipped over a really important comment of yours and you'd like to leave it again, feel free. I got so far behind that I could not address absolutely everything, or we'd be here for a full hour, in addition to how long we've already been chit-chatting, which honestly, I would not mind. I love hanging out with you guys. It's like just chatting with friends. I think I've said this before. I don't have a lot of friends in real life. I don't have a very active social life at all. So I so look forward to our chats every single week. More than you guys will probably ever know. I just love this. That's what treadmills are for, to put your laundry on. Too funny. I think most people have a chair or something in their bedrooms where they stack clothes on. I just kind of throw them everywhere. I don't think that that's strange at all, Erin. We definitely did the same thing with our kids. Um, I don't have that stuff anymore. I don't think. Maybe in our safe we have some old baby teeth and things. Um, I kind of let those things go when I imagined having to pass those things on to my kids. When my mom passed away and we went through her things, I found a lot of my old baby teeth. And while I thought it was super, super sweet that she kept them, what the hell am I going to do with them? So they just, got chucked. And that was around the same time that I got rid of my kids' stuff too, just because, the sentimental thing I understand. We had a baby book where we had their first haircut, hair clippings and stuff. That's all fine and dandy, but a Ziploc bag full of teeth, what the hell are we doing holding on to that stuff? And that's kind of what I let go of that. But, if that's something that's important to you to hold on to, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Oh, yeah, your dogs will lay on it. See, I have cats. I don't have a dog. And my cats lay on everything anyway. Cat hair is just one of my daily accessories at this point. Oh, I have one friend who I have been friends with for 12 or 15 years. And that's pretty much it. And we are not super great, even though we don't live too far away, we're not super great at getting together or connecting. I'm one of those really bad friends that won't call or text or reach out for 3 months just because I feel like I'm being a bother. I'm going to interrupt your life. And she is also that way. Not so much with the social anxiety and the feeling like she's going to be a bother. She's just not great at reaching out because she's super busy. She has a lot going on. So we go months without talking to each other. We know 100% we'd be there for one another no matter what. But in terms of super tight BFFs, not so much. So you feel me, Victoria. You know how it is. Oh, I'm so glad that you look forward to them. Okay. I feel like it's pretty normal to not have a lot of super, super close friends. My strongest relationships have pretty much always been online because of my social anxiety. And, there's nothing that I hate more than picking up the phone to talk to someone. I just do not like it at all. But I can text and I can type all day long. So those are definitely the friendships that I'm the best at. Ziploc of teeth is morbid. Yeah. I don't know. That we had them, and it's right up there with my old report cards that I found when we went through my mom's things. It's so sweet that she kept those things, and certificate of participation for my 3rd grade volleyball or whatever the hell it was. So sweet that she kept those. But I don't want those damn things. What the hell am I supposed to do with them? So I have been better about not holding on to every little thing, because I know that my kids aren't going to want their 3rd grade spelling bee certificate when they're adults. Hi, sweetie. I'm not quite done yet.
Okay.
Hi, Cameron. Yes, I was just talking about Candace. Actually, I wasn't talking about you. I'm just kidding.
guess I'll control myself.
Isn't it so cool to have all these friends that you've never met in real life and yet feel so connected and attached to them? I think that is such a cool benefit of this whole YouTube thing. Oh, you better get back to work then. For those of you that are watching, Cameron is the husband of the friend that I was just talking about, but Cameron and I have also been friends for years and years and years and years. And he and my husband are super close friends too. Your friend bribed you with wine to paint a room. Yeah, after 2 bottles, I cannot imagine that paint job looked too good. Oh, that sounds great, except I don't fly. I could do a road trip, but I don't fly. No, thank you. Oh, it's nice that your cousin reaches out to you, because that's the kind of friend I need. I need the friend that's going to call me, because I'm never going to be the one to call you. Not that I don't love my friends and want to talk to them. It's just I always have that feeling of I'm going to interrupt something or I'm going to be a bother. And plus, I just really hate to talk on the phone. Oh, that is so nice, Marlene. It seems like you and your sister-in-law are really close. That's awesome. Well, I'm so glad that you look forward to them. It was so nice chatting with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. And actually, you guys, on that note, we have been chatting for well over an hour now. Well, not well over an hour, but over an hour. My husband just walked in the door, so I probably should, cut this off now. But it has been so wonderful connecting with all of you, talking a little bit about the budget burnout. I want to thank you guys so much for all of your support and encouragement with that. Be on the lookout for videos coming this week where I talk a little bit more about that and kind of what I'm going to do moving into May. I still need to decide what I'm going to do. So once I figure it out, I'll share it with you all. But just kind of bouncing that thought off of all of you was super helpful, and chit-chatting a little bit about the house, that made me feel so much better and so much less alone. I can't tell you how often I feel like I'm the only one that doesn't have it all together. So it's really nice to know that that's not the case. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm so glad that we can do this. I cannot wait till next week. We'll be back here next Monday, same time, same place. So definitely make sure you come back then, and I will see you guys next week. Bye, friends.